Subscribe, like, share, and comment, because today's story will hold your heart till the very last second. A wedding filled with lights, music, and laughter, yet in one quiet corner sat a girl no one noticed. But everything changed when a single father walked in, looked straight at her, and asked the question no one else had the courage to ask. Why is she alone? And that one question changed everything. Let's begin. The wedding hall sparkled with golden lights, cameras flashed, music echoed, and everyone seemed wrapped in celebration. But in the far corner sat a girl in a wheelchair, still, silent, and almost invisible to the crowd. People brushed past her, laughing, dancing, posing for photos, never once noticing the loneliness in her eyes. Until a little boy ran across the hall and stopped right in front of her. A man, his father, followed behind him. He looked at the girl, really looked, not past her, not over her, but at her. And then he asked the question that froze the moment. Why is she alone? That question didn't just change his evening. It changed 3 lives forever. The wedding was loud, dull drums, chatter, perfume, bright clothes everywhere. But 19-year-old Haya sat quietly in a wheelchair, tucked into a corner with a forced smile that nobody cared enough to look at. She watched girls her age take selfies, dance in circles, tease each other, and live the life she once had. 2 years ago, an accident had taken away her ability to walk. Since then, people didn't see her, they only saw her chair. Some whispered, "Poor thing." Others sighed, "Such a tragedy." Some avoided her because they didn't know what to say. And in that wedding hall full of people, Haya felt more alone than ever. Suddenly, a small boy, Ayan, just 6, came running between the tables, giggling as if the world belonged to him. A man followed behind him, slightly tired but smiling, Aram, a 32-year-old single father balancing responsibility and love in every step. Ayan stopped at Haya's wheelchair. He blinked at the wheels, then at her face, and grinned. "Is this your cool car?" Haya froze. Her wheelchair, cool? No pity. No awkwardness. Just innocent admiration. She smiled gently. "Yes. It is." Aram finally caught up, slightly out of breath. "I'm sorry, he's too friendly for his own good," he said with a warm laugh. But when he looked at Haya, his smile faded. Not in a bad way. But in a way that showed he noticed her. Really saw her. He scanned the decorated hall, the laughing relatives, the crowded dance floor. And then glanced at the lonely corner where Haya sat. And he asked the question that no one had asked all night. Why is she alone? In such a big wedding, why is no one sitting with her? The word stabbed deeper than he knew. Not because they hurt. But because for the first time, someone cared enough to ask. Haya didn't know what to say. Her voice trembled. Aram didn't push further, he simply picked up a drink and placed it gently on her side table. Ayan held her hand with childlike confidence. That small gesture. That tiny warm hand. Felt like a ray of sunlight after years of darkness. For the first time that evening, Haya wasn't invisible. And that moment was just the beginning. As the wedding moved toward the Rukhsati, people grew emotional, photographers shouted directions, and music softened. But Aram couldn't take his eyes off Haya. Her smile was small, tired, but real, and something about it pulled him in. Ayan tugged Haya's hand. "Will you dance with me?" Haya laughed sadly. "I can't dance, sweetheart." Ayan shook his head like a tiny philosopher. "Papa says dancing comes from the heart, not the legs." Aram turned red. "Ayan, stop saying everything I say." But Haya's eyes welled up. Not from pain. But from feeling understood. Aram asked softly. "Would you like to sit outside for a bit? It's too loud in here, and maybe you could use some fresh air." Hardly anyone ever asked what she wanted. That question alone felt like kindness she hadn't tasted in years. Outside, the cool night breeze brushed gently across the porch. Ayan sat nearby playing a game while Aram and Hea sat together on a wooden bench. For the first time in forever, Hea opened her heart. People look at me like I'm broken. If I smile, they think I'm pretending. If I'm quiet, they think I'm depressed. I don't know anymore whether I'm normal or abnormal. Aram looked straight into her eyes and said calmly, "You're human. And there's nothing more normal, or more beautiful, than that." Her tears fell freely this time. "I'm a single dad," he continued. "People judge me too. But you and I, we're not weak, Hea. We're just waiting for the right people who see our worth." They talked for hours, laughing, sharing fears, wounds, memories. For the first time in 2 years, Hea felt something she thought she had lost. Hope. When the wedding was ending and the bride was being sent off, Aram leaned near her and said, "I don't know what place I have in your life. But if you're comfortable, I'd really like to see you again." Hea's voice was soft, almost shy. "I would like that too." Ayan jumped with pure excitement. "Yay! Hea auntie will eat ice cream with us tomorrow." And for the first time in 2 long, painful years, Hea said yes. Not to ice cream. Not even to Aram. But to life. This wedding hadn't just brought 2 families together. It had brought together 3 broken hearts that completed each other. If you loved this story, subscribe, like, share, and comment, so we can bring you more emotional stories that touch your heart.